What's a trip to New York City without diving into its legendary food scene? In this video, we're on a mission to taste 8 of the most iconic foods the city has to offer. From bagels and lox to cheesecake and everything in between. Whether you're a local looking for inspiration or you're planning your first trip to the city, you're about to get seriously hungry. Let's jump in.
Today I'm here with my cousin who's worked in kitchens for 20 years, 5 diamond all the way up to late night eateries, and we are going to crush some of the most iconic food in New York City. Let's do it.
Let's go.
We started our day of exploring with arguably one of the most iconic restaurants in the city, Katz's Delicatessen.
Pastrami time.
No matter when you get here, there's guaranteed to be at least a 20-minute line. But that's what you'd expect from the city's oldest deli, which has been located on the Lower East Side since 1888, and has been featured in famous movies like When Harry Met Sally.
I'll have what she's having.
Once you arrive at your carver station, you'll place your order and they generally give you a few pieces of pastrami for you to try. It's pretty insane to see how much meat they cut off and how they load up the sandwich. I recommend just getting one to share.
That's how you do a sandwich right there. That thing is insane. And look at that brick of meat. Dude, we're going big today. I'm ready.
You can get it with just meat and sauce, but we decided to try it with cheese as the guy told us it was worth it. Also note that this is an expensive sandwich at around $27 for one, but I mean, look, it can basically feed a family.
Oh my gosh, it's like melting in your mouth. Meat, the mustard, the cheese. Wow. Definitely split it though. There ain't no way I'm eating a whole sandwich.
Honestly, I've only seen pictures of it. I've never had it before. The hype is so real. I mean, it is like the juiciest stacked up sando that I've ever had, and we have so much to eat today, but I could not stop eating it. I ate my whole half and then some of Josh's.
That's only stop 1 today.
Stop number 2 brought us a block down the street to Russ Daughters. This New York City institution has been making its bagel and lox for over 100 years, plus it's a market where you can buy everything from potato latkes to seafood. This is another spot that's busy and you just grab a number and wait for it to be called. And the fact that you can walk 2 minutes from Katz's and get to this spot is what makes New York City such an amazing place for foodies.
Dang, dude, look at all that salmon in there too. Cheers. Cheers.
The salmon on is the best part. We watched the guy at the deli slice it directly off of that side of salmon and put it on. And just like layers of fresh, smoky, cured salmon. I'm gonna eat all of this too.
Light scallion cream cheese, perfectly sliced salmon, little capers and onions in there to add some flavor. It's the way a bagel should be.
From Russ Daughters, we passed up the 150 pizza slices and hopped on a bus to go down to Chinatown and hit up Joe's Shanghai. Joe's opened their first location in 1994 and began making their soup dumplings, which became incredibly popular with locals. They opened their Chinatown location a year later and then had to expand in 2019 because it had become so loved.
All right, so I've never even had a soup dumpling before. What do I do, Clark?
To avoid scalding and burning the roof of your mouth like we did with some pizza, you take like a little nibble out of it and you kind of sip the broth out of the dumpling, and then once you get some of the broth and it's not like scalding hot, then you kind of dip the rest and eat it just as you would a regular dumpling.
Amateur, he had to pick it up with his hands and then put it in his
It's a little
chopstick.
sticky, you know? They need a little more pan spray in there. Yum. Oh, when you taste it, so it's just like full of this broth, and it's kind of like a pork meatball in there. If you kind of sip that broth out, it's so hot.
It's interesting how the soup is like completely encased in that. So you take a bite and then you can like kind of drink the soup. And then I would say the interior isn't like a super strong flavor, but you put some of that kind of vinegar soy sauce on it. I don't know. I would say it's pretty good.
It's not something that like smacks you in the face with all this like vibrant flavor, but it's such a comforting thing to do.
I really dug that soup dumpling experience. If you've never been, try it out, take Clark's tips. I'm definitely gonna try some more myself. But now we're heading on to Magnolia Bakery.
On the way to Magnolia Bakery, I wanted to put in a spot that we visited the day before during our pizza tour, which you can see in the description. Since cheesecake is so iconic in the city, we researched where the best place to find it was, and we kept hearing that it was at Eileen's Special Cheesecake. While everything here looked incredible, we decided to get 2 of the small ones, 1 original and 1 salted caramel.
Clark, what do you look for in cheesecake?
When I eat cheesecake and when I taste cheesecake, I want it to be like smooth and suave. No, there's no like separations between the cheese and the cream. It's just like very, very creamy and kind of melts in your mouth. You know, sometimes when you have not as good cheesecake, it's like really heavy. This is so light. It's almost the texture of whipped cream, but a nice, tangy, beautiful flavor of cheesecake. This is dope.
Perfect. I don't even really like cheesecake, and that's freaking incredible. All right, so this is bruleed with caramel on top. It's this salted caramel cheesecake. I mean, how can that possibly be bad? What? Oh my, I'm getting goosebumps. It's so freaking good. Wow, that is the next level.
The original is so amazing, but if you're not looking for like the original and you want to go out of your way to get a slightly different flavor, the salted caramel is the way to go.
Mind explosion right now.
This is the only cheesecake we tried in the city, but I don't feel let down by that. Do let me know if there's a better spot in the comments that you love. Heading on, it was time to visit Magnolia Bakery, which is an especially loved spot on social media.
You're excited. Don't give me that.
While there are a bunch of them in the city, we decided to head to the original location, which was opened in 1996. The bakery serves dozens of different sweet treats, but what they're especially known for are their cupcakes and their banana pudding.
All right, so me and Clark have both already had banana pudding, but this is the most excited he's been about anything in New York. His first visit to the original Magnolia. We got, what do we get, strawberry?
This is the strawberry.
Heck yes. Oh, that's a bite right there. Go big or go home.
Oh wow. The thing I love about their pudding is it's so light. Like sometimes you have pudding and it's like super custardy and thick. This is light. It's almost the texture of whipped cream. And it makes it really dangerous because you can just keep crushing it. It doesn't feel like you're eating a lot of pudding.
Hold on, look at those Nilla wafer pieces in there, man. They got legit Nilla wafer action going on. And I'm here for it. What's not to like? It's just exactly what you want from banana pudding, and the strawberry adds almost like a little bit of a tart flavor to it. I'm not giving any back to Clark.
Hey, give me that.
As we walk the Highline heading on to our next spot at Chelsea Market, it may seem like we're just giving all of these places rave reviews. But honestly, every single one of these lived up to our expectations, and there's a reason why they're so famous in the city.
It's like the inside of someone's ear. The things you see in New York City. I really love the Highline. It's such a cool part of the city. If you get the chance to walk it, you definitely should.
After exiting the Highline, we arrived at Chelsea Market, which is basically a mecca in the city for food. The market's located on the bottom floor and it occupies an entire block in the city. This building was constructed in 1890 and was the site of Nabisco cookies and was where the Oreo cookie was first invented and produced. In the 1990s, it transformed into the marketplace that you see today, which is loved by tourists visiting the city. For us though, we skipped past all the main stalls and made a beeline directly to Los Tacos No. 1, which is supposedly the best tacos in New York City. Just like every visit I have to my favorite spot in Southern California, Tacos El Gordo, I went with the adobada here, which is my favorite type of taco.
All right, Clark and I are from Southern California. We know tacos, and just by looking at this, I think it's gonna be good.
La carne tiene mucho sabor, los salsas son muy picantes, la mujer es preparando fresca.
I don't know what any of that means. Is it good?
Insane. It's so good. And they like put like a little slice of grilled pineapple on there. The ladies there making and pressing the corn masa into tortillas directly going on the flat top. Could not be fresher and better than this.
This is like more of a burrito than it is a taco. That is filled to the brim. Wow. Smoky salsa, really smoky salsa, which I love. And the Tacos El Gordo is my favorite place in the whole world, but I have to say, this is as close as I've ever come to that. All right, look, take this with a grain of salt. I love tacos, but that was the best thing that I've had all day. It was just an incredible, it's probably one of the 3 best tacos I've ever had in my life.
We came here all pompous Southern California boys thinking we knew tacos. That blew me away. Wow.
I'm gonna be eating that like 15 more times when I'm in the city.
Before we head to our last hot dog spot, I gotta show you Clark and I's trip to Coney Island.
About 45 minutes south of the city is an area called Coney Island, which is known for Nathan's Famous, a hot dog stand that's been here since 1916. I'm sure you probably know about Nathan's, as you can buy their hot dogs in the grocery store, and you've probably seen the hot dog eating competition that they have every year on July 4th. We figured no iconic foods in New York list was complete without trying their hot dogs, so we made the trip down just to check it out. Trying the original Coney with chili cheese on it.
Chili cheese at Nathan's on Coney Island. It's nothing insane, but the snap of it is amazing.
I was gonna say, how's the snap? That's the important part of the hot dog.
And it's so much different than like a store-bought hot dog that you bite into it and you get a little snap.
What do you give it? Out of 2 thumbs up, 1 or 2? 2! Jack, what do you give it out of 1 or 2? 2! Alright.
The children were very positive with their reviews. I would say it's not worth making the trip out here just to have this. Oh, and if you do make it out to Coney Island, be sure to ride the Cyclone, a wooden roller coaster that's been here since 1927.
Oh my gosh, that thing was freaking wild, man. That was so much fun.
Oh man, be careful after eating hot dogs going on there.
I'm not doing that a second time.
Next up, we head to another hot dog shop known as Gray's Papaya. Started in 1973, they once sold hot dogs here for 50 cents. They're still a great deal as you can get a hot dog and a drink for $5, and we had to try this New York City staple.
I don't really want to eat anything, but Clark is just super excited about papaya juice. He said it's fluffy looking.
Look at that.
Also, Clark has a challenge for all of the viewers. What's your challenge?
Crush the dog, chug the papaya juice. Under a minute. I think I might be able to get 30 seconds.
All right, let's put the timer up right here and start now.
Good dog.
Oh, dude, you're already going too slow. You're talking and everything. All right, he's done with the dog. He's just got the juice left. You are no Joey Chestnut, that's for sure. And time. All right. Let us know in the comments if you think you can beat Clark. How was it? Was it good?
Oh my gosh, it was so good. I'm trying to get another one. I mean, the hot dog was like tangy. The relish on it is different than any relish I've ever had. I don't know if there's papaya in it or what, but there's definitely some like tang to the relish. And then the papaya juice is just so sweet and creamy and fluffy. It almost tastes like a papaya orange Julius.
Look at that. He ate it that fast and still had a good review for everyone.
All right, I'm not a barbarian, so I'm just gonna do the normal. Oh yeah. It's almost like a milkshake. It's like a papaya milkshake. It's worth it. I don't even have to eat a hot dog. I'm excited I came just for this. All right, we asked for it the regular way, which was onions and relish and mustard. So, no ketchup. You don't need ketchup in New York City. Cheers. That's a nice hot dog. Way better than Nathan's. You may ask, where's the pizza at? Well, we have another video on that. You can see in the description. We're saying bye to Clark. Clark, where can the people find you?
Find me, Chef Clark Myers, on Instagram. DM me if you want to have a Gray's Papaya race. Or find me in Jackson Hole, Munchies Late Night Food, Snake River Roasting Co. Cafe, or any event catered by Provisions.
All right, this is a little bonus part of our video. We were told we had to have a chopped cheese while we're in the city. Tell us about the chopped cheese you got us.
Chopped cheese, so it's classic. You can get it at literally like any deli or any little corner store. Everybody makes a chopped cheese. We got one with American cheese, beef, tomato, lettuce, mayo, peppers, onions. I guess it's a staple.
All right.
I feel like if I grew up here, I'd be eating this like I ate tacos back home in California. This is just like a dope sandwich. It's like a deconstructed cheeseburger. It's got everything you want.
Not at all what I was expecting, but much better than I anticipated. It's like a comfort food almost with the way that it's kind of put together. It feels like a hamburger basically thrown into a sub sandwich. Got some pickles in there, bring that tang out. Yeah, I can get down with the chopped cheese, that is for sure.